We have now entered into the new MCU, the Monster Cinematic Universe. Kong Skull Island is directed by Jordan Vogt Roberts, and it stars Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, John Goodman, John C. Reilly, and Samuel L. Jackson. So the story is essentially about these explorers who go to this uncharted island in the Pacific Ocean, hoping to discover new things and make all these geological surveys. But when they get to the island and they start dropping their bombs as part of their geological survey, it disturbs King Kong, and he gets mad, and you don't want to be there when he's mad. I was looking forward to this movie. I wanted to see it, especially because they're setting it up so that later down the road, King Kong is going to fight Godzilla, and that's going to be a big crazy fight, and I cannot wait to see that. Now, I really like the Peter Jackson King Kong movie, and I also really like the Gareth Edwards Godzilla movie. And I think the filmmakers here watched those two movies and learned from the shortcomings of that and applied it to this movie here. In the Peter Jackson King Kong, it takes them almost an hour into the movie to even get to the island, and before that it's just like Jack Black trying to get funding for films and stuff. And in the Gareth Edwards Godzilla, a lot of it takes place at night, and when it gets to the big fight scenes, it cuts away to something else, and you don't really get to see the monsters fighting at all. This movie doesn't do that. Within the first 10 minutes, they're on their way to the island. Once they get to the island, the fight scenes all take place during the day, and they're wide shots so you can see everything that's happening. I really enjoyed that aspect of this movie. The action set pieces are probably the best part of this movie, and it's what they really go for, and it's what the movie really delivers on. But everything else isn't quite up to par with the rest of the action. The humor between the human characters in this movie, it mostly works, but not always. You're sometimes kind of just like, John C. Reilly, you're just crazy and being weird. Besides Tom Hiddleston's and John C. Reilly's character, there's pretty much no story arcs. They're just kind of there on the island for the purpose of being killed and eaten by monsters. That's why the humans are there, and that's what happens to them. And you don't really care about them because they don't set the characters up at all. That's just what they're there for, to die. Other than that, characters are pretty much just there for exposition purposes to let the audience know about certain things. They do focus on some of the characters at the beginning of the movie, but once they get to the island, the movie is about Kong. It's all about Kong, and you're seeing him fighting stuff, and it's pretty awesome. So I did enjoy watching the movie, but I didn't think it was anything spectacular. So at the end, I'm going to say that Kong Skull Island is just okay. So thanks for checking out my review for Kong Skull Island. You can comment below, let me know what you thought of the movie. Let me know what you thought of this review. You can give me a subscription if you haven't done so already, and if you've got nothing else to do, go watch more movies.